There we go. Oh my god, did I have my YouTube stream on private this whole time? Oh my god, that's probably why nobody joined my YouTube stream last time. Well, that should be good for now. Well, if you're joining on Twitch, hello. If you're joining on YouTube, hello. Okay, so the plan today is I'm going to be drawing toggles for my VTuber model. And I want her to be holding a controller, just kind of like how I have this one right here with my T in my hand. I want to make a couple controllers. So we'll see how that goes. All right. Let's switch to that in a second. Let me go to my starting soon quick. Okay. Could have her holding the T and the drawing arm. All right, let's now adjust these layers. This is going to be a really slow drawing this time. So be prepared for this to be a little bit more boring. I think I'm gonna put the Tamagotchi down for a second. Where is my toggle for that? Oh my god, I have an entire empty profile that I cannot switch between. How incredible. Let me reset my counter. And then... Okay. And let's make a new layer on top of this. Move the Tamagotchi. And then maybe let's change the tool today again. There we go. All right. Let me put my headphones on real quick. need this opacity really down. So the goal is to make a very natural set of hands holding a controller, basically. That's it. I'm gonna need a reference. And I have to draw this myself because nobody makes these as like pixel art style, so I don't really have a choice. Now I have a vision. I want to use a like controller tracker for this. And in order for it to work, I need to draw it in a very specific way. So, the hand positioning. Well, let's actually put a ruler first. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. I think I can draw this pretty decently. Oh, if I would do it on the right layer. I'm going to use a bright color just so that it's easy to see. Now, I don't want this to look too detailed either, because that would be super unnatural. So make that bigger. Okay, that's pretty normal actually. That's better than what I thought it was going to turn out to be. It looks weird now, but trust, it's going to be much better once I make it into black as the outline. Let me change some things real quick. Okay. Let me fix the tips of the fingers here. Otherwise it's gonna look too weird. That's like the one part I can't get is like the tip of the finger. Well, and then also the way the fingers bend. And the joints, it always looks weird when I do it. Oh shoot. Let me put it in chat real quick. Kin.card.co. And then let me pin that. Just have to make some adjustments. I think me moving around my windows is screwing up my stream. Yeah, it definitely is. Alright, let's see. Let's go like this. Okay, well, let's make sure the amount of fingers is actually right. So 1, 2. 3. And then this might need to be higher. So let's fix that. Actually, no. Let's duplicate this so that I have a full opacity version too. What game is this song from? I don't even know. Let's redo this part. I'm definitely going to be buying that new Switch Sports Resort game that was announced. And I don't even care if they're missing certain sports. Like, you could always just play the original. I don't know about like thumb wrestling though. Let me make sure my stream avatars will connect to my YouTube. Dang, it doesn't connect to both? That's pretty crazy, actually. Okay, maybe it is easier if I just draw it in black. It's not as low contrast as I thought. Like that. And then I think we can just draw a line like this. Again, I'm not trying to make it too detailed. I think I might make one holding a regular controller and then probably another one holding a Nintendo Switch. Ugh, why is it always switching to that stupid spray brush? Okay, these hands are gonna kill me. I'm trying to make them too perfect, and I literally said I wasn't going to do that. So... But I do need it to be at least like the right shape. Especially if I'm gonna rig it properly. Ugh. Like, I do hand studies for drawing, but I never think to do individual fingers. Is that like even a thing? Like, I feel like I'm winging it right now, even though I'm using a reference. Oh, okay. I kind of like that. I think that one's okay. I don't know if I like that one. I feel like maybe go higher? Oh, jeez. Is there any way I can like mush them together? No. Okay, I have to like... Yeah, that's weird. See, this is what I meant when I said it's going to be a boring stream. I'm spending way too much time drawing these thumbs. Oh, actually, that's not bad. I don't like that one. Let me edit my VTuber model quick. I noticed the mouth could be adjusted. Let's see. That should be okay. And then there we go. And then let's go whoop. I think we're getting there. Okay, so the controller is gonna go right here. Let me actually draw nails. So if you haven't noticed, my VTuber model does have nails. Painted nails. Which I will do. I will color in. The nails are going to be too hard. If you don't do it right, they unfortunately are gonna look too unnatural. It's gonna make the whole hand weird. But so far so good. It's not gonna be perfect. And I'm gonna have to separate the layers too. And then I do want to just draw the arms and then draw the sleeves above it. I want to separate those layers. Okay, looking good so far. Let me make a quick adjustment. Alright, now to name the layers, add a controller in the hands. Hands, line art. Okay. And then hands. Oh, let's name this controller. And then let's do arms. Cool. Now I want this to be down. Perfect. You know what? I do have to move these in. Okay, how about let me turn this symmetry off. No, I do not want to do one, 2, 3, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 5. Wait, how did they do it? One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like that. And then I'll make it bigger if I need to. But again, I'm not trying to do too much. Oh shit, symmetry. There we go. Actually, I might have to move them out again. One, nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be okay. There we go. And then let me look at that reference. So these are going to be separated at some point. The thumbs are. So I think it'll be fine. Hello, really? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. How are you doing today? Just drawing some pixel art stuff, but just for my VTuber model. I'm gonna draw her holding a controller, so that's what I'm working on today. Okay, let's see. Let me look at the reference again. I don't even know if I want it to look like a specific controller. I'm just gonna make it look like a generic one. Is that the bumpers here? It's gonna look weird at first, but trust. Good. Your VTuber model kind of reminded me of mine in the fact that it's pixel art. How is you? Oh, that's cool. I love to see more pixel VTubers in the future, so that would be so cool. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty lax Saturday, I would say. Let's draw this part. Actually, that doesn't show. Okay, now why am I forgetting how a controller looks? My reference doesn't show like a regular controller. It just shows like a very generic looking one. So it's gonna look pretty 8-bit almost. I mean, it's not true pixel art. I don't do it pixel by pixel, especially since I have a line boil. That's okay. You can still make things look pixel art styled. There are some workarounds. But that's cool either way. I like both. I did see this VTuber who has like, what is it called? I guess like a toggle to make her regular like VTuber model. It's just like a regular raster image. But she has it where she can like lower the bitrate of her model, which is super cool, and it makes it look pixel art like that. Plus, yeah, you do need pretty decent mobility to do it. Let's see. But yeah, do you stream at all, or do you stream often? I basically myself just started streaming like last week after like a long hiatus, so I'm rebranding, so I'm in the middle of remaking mine. Okay, nice. Yeah, I spent way too long making this one. Because I was basically learning Live 2D as I was rigging it. Oh gosh, why am I not drawing this line properly? And then I had also gone through an entire rebrand, which takes time. But that's neat. Okay, that actually looks decent. I might have to adjust the shape after it, but nothing we can't do. Alright. I think that's gonna be a decent size. Either way. I'm like confident in my ability to size it. But yeah. Do you plan on doing like a whole debut thing, or do you just plan on going straight into it and streaming? I know that people do a bunch of prep for actual debuts. I did not do anything like that. Mainly because I'm like pretty small, so it's kind of unnecessary for me to do a debut at all. It's not a true rebrand, just switching from mask to femme. I'm gender fluid and I want to show that side of me more on stream. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. Happy Pride, by the way. I wish I had a special emote or something to celebrate or something unique, but that's really nice though. Oh, I'm not one for debuts? Yeah. Neither am I. It's too much, like, especially if you don't know how your viewership is going to be anyways. I can't even spend that kind of money. Alright, I might actually start coloring this in to make it look clearer. But yeah, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. If you want to just kick back and relax, you can lurk, or if you want to just keep chatting, it's up to you. This is definitely a safe space, so you're very, very welcome here either way. Whatever you want to do. I try to make these streams like pretty casual because like I don't stream super long. So if you want to just watch my process. Okay, I think this looks right. Oh, I'm working on my new ref for art fight. Oh shoot, it is that time, huh? That's super cool. I have not participated in an art fight before because I just don't have too much time, but it looks super fun. So yeah, I'll be dipping in and out of chat, no problem. Low-key, I'm like kind of intimidated at the idea of art fight because I don't even draw too much to begin with, but I love seeing everyone's designs on there. It's a great concept. And I know people like do so much prep for it every year, which seems like a lot of work, but a lot of fun. Okay, this is going pretty good. I was nervous that I was gonna mess up the hands and the shape of the controller, but I think it's there. I think it's good. I'll change the opacity quick. It's gonna look a little hard to see right now because of the lines crossing over so much, but once I fill it in, I think it'll be very, very good. started the year I started drawing, 2024, so it's just a custom for me to do it at this point. Nice. Yeah, I mean, might as well. You already started participating in it when you started drawing. Guess it's a challenge, right? Oh gosh, I just showed all of my layers. I have a couple of art mutuals that are like super obsessed with it. They've got all their OCs and rough sheets and all of that prepared. And they go wild for their team. I improve every year I do it. That's awesome. That's like probably the best thing you can get out of it, is that you're working and improving still while you're doing it. So basically a net positive. Plus, if you're having fun, like, why not just do it every time it comes around? I hear a lot of discussions about people taking art fight really seriously, and it's kind of funny. I was like, dang, I didn't know it could get this intense. So do you have a lot of OCs and character designs set up? I don't know if there's like a limit to how many characters you can have, or like what the rules are exactly around how many you can draw and how many you can have. I've heard of like mass attacks and stuff. Alright, I might start coloring in this controller just so I can see a little more clearly. Let's name this color controller. Okay, I make all my stuff orange, but I do want to use my purple as my secondary color now. So let's do that. Okay, this might be white and this part might be purple. Oh, that'd be cool if I could make this like an indicator light. Not a whole lot. I only really have 6 OCs plus my Sona on there right now. And I only really have like 8 or so OCs. I like putting more effort into designing characters than just pumping them out. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I would consider 6 a lot too. So I don't know if that's like a smaller number compared to other people on Artfight, but that's actually a decent amount. So yeah, especially if you're actually putting a lot of effort into each one and developing their lore and their designs, then I think that's probably the best way to go. Oh yeah, you know what? I actually didn't save this yet. Let me hide this for like a split second. I've got some personal info on here and I don't want to like reveal that. Let's name it controller toggle. And then let's save it as an sprite file. There we go. I know a friend who has like 60 OCs, but only has like 3 on there. That's crazy. 60 OCs? How do you even manage that many? Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're just like making them a lot, like drawing them a bunch, but not really doing the lore stuff. That's a lot. let's make the bumpers this color too. Simple answer, they don't, and only really focus on 10. Yeah. I can only imagine. Because 60 is like insane. I don't even know how you come up with 60 different designs, let alone develop anything for them. So, yeah, I guess you're not. Even 10, I would say, is like pushing it. Unless they're like all part of a cohesive world. But even then. But maybe I'm just like not super keen on how hard people go for drawing and making OCs, because I mean, every show or series usually contains more than 10 characters, so let me hide these parts. Draw this part. Let's name this hands color. But I do know a lot of people who have like a decent amount of OCs that are like their like world, like their babies basically. They take care of them. They develop them fully and wholly. They're really into art element almost all day, every day. Dang. The dedication must be crazy then. I have like one OC that I adore, and she like barely has lore. She has a pretty simple design too. But I love it though. Let me make the nails. Let me make sure this red color is correct. Yeah. Maybe a little brighter. I so badly wanted to actually draw every day, but I'm like kind of lazy, and I think I put too much pressure on myself sometimes, so I like to draw in different styles to kind of keep me going. Kind of like the pixel art stuff. I feel less pressure drawing it because it doesn't have to be so perfect and still looks good, so I think that's kind of what inspired me to draw and make my VTuber models that way. Let's get that. I agree, yeah. Plus, I think I also like do too much on the improving aspect. Like I also put a lot of pressure that if I'm not basically going on this like linear upward slope when it comes to my improvement and my skills, then I feel like I've lost kind of momentum. Which I'm trying not to get into too much of a habit of doing. I just want to have fun, you know? Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to draw a crap ton of OCs and characters all the time, and I had so much fun doing it. And I'm like, where did that spark go? So, I'm easing into it. Yeah. Let's get this out of the way. Actually, the trigger button's over here. Oh, it does overlap, okay. And then let me color that part in. I do want this to look as clear as possible. Oh yeah, that actually works. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, do you got any plans for the rest of the weekend? I had a couple chatters earlier who's got work and stuff today, so which is what I would actually be doing if I hadn't like finished some of my workout earlier this week. But I lucked out this week, so I got time. Commission stuff? Oh, nice. Do you have a VGen that you take commissions from? Because I just got my VGen code and I'm still trying to figure out how all that works. Or I don't know. I guess I don't know what like the most popular method of taking commissions are nowadays. It might be because I'm a VTuber, so a little biased towards VGen. Do it through Ko-Fi. Okay. I see that a lot. Do you find that it's pretty easy to get commissions on Ko-Fi, or is it kind of like a once in a blue moon type of thing? I know you have to like, I guess Ko-Fi doesn't have an algorithm or like pages where you can discover people like you do on VGen. At least from my understanding. Yeah, if you advertise enough, okay, yeah. Gotta do all the marketing. That's really neat though. I'm gonna make this look right. Actually, oh my gosh, if there was like a course to draw hands in a pixel art style, I would take it yesterday. For God's sake. I'm like convinced everyone who draws hands just like wings it subconsciously. Like, what do you mean you study how to draw hands and you just seem to do it? Come on. There we go. I think that's okay. But do you find a lot of your clients are pretty nice and understanding, or do you feel like some of them are kind of pushy? Because I'm trying to scope out what the environment or like the clientele is like nowadays. I've heard a lot of horror stories, but I'm trying not to let it like deter me from trying to do like VTuber model commissions in the future. Everyone's been great so far, apart from one outlier. Okay. That's actually a pretty good ratio of good to not good. I had, unfortunately, a bad experience as a patron or a commissioner where I'm still like waiting for a commission currently. And I think, when did I order this commission? I think I ordered it like more than 5 months ago. And they've barely like communicated with me. And they're posting art like almost every day. And I don't mind if they're like drawing as like a to take a break or to like, you know, take a breather and do some other stuff. But the lack of communication is like what does it for me. It's really annoying. They harassed me in the server we were both in before, and I thought they could get a commission from me. Oh my gosh. See, that's like... That's the kind of stuff I definitely want to avoid. Not like you could know for sure who's like that, but... It'll happen maybe like once or twice. It can happen. That's horrible though. You know, people get like really like entitled and parasocial about artists whose work they admire and stuff like that, but like that's insane. And just like disrespectful. Like, no, you're not gonna harass me and expect me to give you art. That's not how things work. Sorry that happened though. Like, people can be so weird sometimes, especially on the internet. Especially to artists. Luckily, I've never had that myself when I did commissions in the past, but I can imagine at least that happening maybe once. I wouldn't be shocked if it did, at least. Yeah, I have to keep remembering to save. Well, let me adjust this part right here. Okay, I'm actually making a lot more progress than I thought. So once I do this one, I'm gonna draw another one, but it's gonna be like her holding a Nintendo Switch, because I have a Switch and a capture card that I would love to stream at some point and play like... Okay, I know I have a retro theme, but I would love to play like Tomodachi Life and show off my chaotic island or something at one point. So that's why I want to draw some toggles to show that, to represent me doing that. Me holding my Switch and stuff. But yeah, right now I'm just sticking to the art stuff because it's kind of easier. I mean, it's my main thing, so... yeah, now all of a sudden I don't like this purple. Oh, maybe make it like a royal blue. Yeah. Maybe that's what I wanted. Yeah, my previous model focused on outfits. I might focus more on expressions and toggles this time. Yeah, that would be kind of nice. Outfits are a lot of work. And it's like... I saw a discussion about like how VTubers like they have a tendency to make these like really fancy outfits but then like not use them after like maybe 1 or 2 streams, and I'm like, okay, you don't have to call me out. So I did have like a previous VTuber model that had a couple of outfits. And these outfit toggles. But I have like expressions and stuff because I think that's like more fun. So I have this one that I just activate under certain conditions on my face, and then I have ones like that. I think it just makes the stream like a little more expressive. I had like five. I had like 5 or so plus 2 other forms, and I used all of them. Okay, that's cool. I love seeing people transform their models a little bit to give them like a slightly different, unique design. I saw somebody that had like a reptilian version of their model, and I thought it was really cool. Cute. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I like doing these kinds of expression toggles just because they're like easier to draw, but they add a lot. Alright, let's put this indicator light here. And then let me save. And then I'm gonna draw the arms too. I want it to look natural as it can be. But it might be positioned weird. I don't know. We'll see. Let's do arm line art. Well, it switched between non-persona and persona. They're both very similar, with the only difference being the cat ears and tail. Okay, yeah, that works. I have a tail also. I was working on mine actually just last night. That is very similar to that. Okay, I'm gonna show it, but it's very rough. Let me see if I have the hotkey set up. But mine is very rough because it's like a tail that has conditional physics on it that I'm still working on. So, and it's really big. Like, I did not adjust the size properly. So, you can see it's like huge, but it's supposed to adjust based on if I'm frowning or if I'm smiling. But as you can see, it's not working exactly. I'm still learning how to do that, so that's bigger than mine. Yeah, it's like huge. I think it's because what I should have done is separated the file for the tail and my VTuber model and just added it on my like VTube studio, but thank you so much for the follow, really. So yeah, I was like, I don't know if I did this right. Hello, Chopperines. Welcome back. How are you? So I'm still like, you know, amateur rigger, I would say. Real eye. Okay, cool. That's how you pronounce it. Doing well, just drawing. Nice, nice. Same here. I'm trying to make some toggles for my VTuber model. Trying to make some controller holding toggles for when I do gaming stuff. How's your weekend been so far? I'm doing all right. Kind of an uneventful week so far, but honestly, I'm chilling. But Real Eye, what kind of persona do you have? Or which one do you toggle to? Because I'm like kind of trying to see if I want to do something a little similar, at least not like a full thing. Kitty, oh nice. Alright, let's see if we can Make another layer for this. And then let's do arm color. I feel like you can't go wrong with kitty personas or fursonas. Especially, I love when VTubers have the cat ears that react to their blinks and stuff like that. I can show you once it's done because it's going to be on my newer app. Okay, nice. Yeah, I would love to see that. I just love seeing like how people sort of do, well, any character creation in their own style, but I love seeing personas. There's so many things you can add and do. Love seeing everyone's like interpretations of an animal. Actually, this is to bend the other way. Okay, we're gonna do this again. So the wrist has to bend like that. And then the arm has to bend. Actually, it has to bend down. I'm gonna pretend like I know how an arm bends. I'm no anatomy expert. Freak. Oh, freak. Okay. Actually, this needs to be her sleeve. Oh, wait, but I did say I was gonna draw the base of the arm just so I can have... I have like some toggles where my jacket's not showing, so I want to accommodate to have version of these with no jacket on, no sleeves, and then another version where the arms have the sleeves on it that match the jacket. Okay. Let's color it in. Maybe I should group these. Honestly, I've made pretty decent progress so far. Every time I say I'm gonna stream, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be too long. I'm not gonna finish anything. And then I do the opposite. This ref might take a while though. I'm trying to get like 3 of my outfits done for our fight. Yeah, no problem. Take your time. Especially with the art fight prep. Makes sense that you would focus on that since it's starting pretty soon. And color. There we go. Now let's hide this so I can see clearly. Disembodied arms. Just her casual swimsuit. Ooh, that's quite the variety actually. I love a good jester, especially like I have a lot of jester characters that I like in general. Want to see my jester? Sure. Okay, let me fix this up real quick. And then I'll show off the arms again, or the hands. Yeah, you can just send a link. I think it should be okay to do that. I don't think my moderation will nuke it at all. Alright. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty good. You have, like, have it on a toy house, or how do you usually show that off? Like your references and stuff. Or do you just put it on like a different platform? I know like people actually post OC stuff on Toy House because it's easier to access, but yeah. Let me take a look. Oh, that's a really cool gesture. Oh my god, I love the colors. Wow, I love this rough sheet. Oh, that's so cute. Them holding the little emojis. Very cool. You did a great job on the design. Yeah, Toy House would be great. I have a lot of friends that like host their stuff on there so that people can reference or see their references and stuff on there, their lore. But yeah, it looks fantastic. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna be rebranding to. Oh my gosh, that's gonna look so cool. Gotta love a good gesture design. I better get this right. I hope I don't get creeps though. Yeah, that's a real concern for sure. I think it should be okay, but if anything ever were to happen, or you encounter somebody that's like being weird about it, I would set boundaries and just avoid them as much as you can. It's a rule in my rules. Okay, then you should be good. You got your bases covered already. I know that it's like technically possible that somebody would still like not pay attention to it, but I think you should still be okay. I mean, you're supposed to read somebody's rules and boundaries anyways, so... And like, if they don't, then obviously they're gonna get in trouble for it. Especially art fight mods, I heard they do not play around. Alright, now let me draw the sleeve. New group. Let's name it Jacket Sleeve 1. So I might make another color. And then, okay, I don't know how puffy I can make this look. Make it look natural. Make it match. Okay, I think that's good. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna try to finish up the sleeves, and then I'll probably take a quick break. Let's name this jacket sleeve color. I was thinking of also doing emotes, or at least drawing emotes, because I have a bunch of them drawn out. I was saying in my chat last time, I want to make more animated emotes. Like I have this one, and then I also have a different one. Where is that one? I have this one. So I have a bunch of sketches drafted out for those. But as you can imagine, those ones take way longer, because I do need to animate those in Live 2D. Well, I do have one emote that's gonna be like a combination of Live 2D and After Effects, because it's like that meme with that dog sitting in a burning building holding tea and being like, this is fine. I have an emote that's supposed to be like that. But I have to have the animation done in Live 2D and the fire effects done in After Effects. Which is so much effort for one silly emote. But it's worth it, I promise. I feel like I'm trying to convince myself. But I was very happy with these emotes and how they turned out, so. It's always worth it. It is. I was like thinking earlier, anytime I'm compelled to create something, I just do it. Because just feeling compelled enough to want to do it is enough of a reason for me, honestly. Alright, let me see what the shade color is. Ooh. Yeah, I definitely want to color pick that one. So maybe I'll do that next stream, depending on how many toggles I finish today. Maybe I'm gonna separate these layers. Let's do jacket, sleeve, shade. All right, making good progress. But yeah, I was like debating with myself on doing emotes on stream, because that's currently being done on my iPad right now. That's where I'm drawing them. I do have a scene set up for my iPad though, so it's like I could do it. Otherwise, maybe I'll just transfer the files to my desktop and do it that way. It just feels different when I draw it in Procreate versus Clip Studio. I don't know how to explain, but the brushes just work perfectly for me in Procreate. You know what? I should do alpha lock. What does shading look like? Okay, that doesn't do anything different. No. Okay. None of these settings do anything different right now. Actually, that looks pretty good. Nice, nice. Honestly, I could make one where she's holding like a Steam Deck too, because I could use that. But I don't know, like the likelihood of me streaming with my Steam Deck. Especially when most of the things on my Stream Deck I can just, or my Steam Deck, I could just play it on the PC. But I'm getting ahead of myself, so. I say a Switch is more recognizable than a Steam Deck in terms of handheld anyways. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think out of like most modern handheld users, they probably are using a Switch. Especially like now, a Steam Deck costs like almost $1,000 for like the 1 terabyte OLED model. Like, Jesus Christ. Why wouldn't I just buy a PC at that price? It's the go-to console in most cartoons nowadays for some reason. That is true. I've seen that. I've seen the Switch as like a reference in certain shows and anime and stuff like that. It kind of bummed me out when they revealed that the Joy-Cons are black now. Yeah, I was sad because I was like, now they're like, how are they gonna come up with different colorways? Like, the old ones were so pretty. I got the Animal Crossing Switch with the teal and blue. I love that thing to death. I still have it, even though I have a Switch 2 also. I sold my Switch because I wasn't using it, had it since day one. Yeah. It depends, because they have really good titles on the Switch. The Switch 2 they're a little slower with, though. I think the only good titles they really had that was like worth it for me on Switch 2 was Pokopia, and honestly I might just, because I bought mine because of Pokopia, but I don't know if they have anything else, because Tomodachi Life's on Switch 1. But yeah, sometimes you might not even be like a handheld gamer in general. I mean, why like have it sitting around anyways? If you're not using it, you might as well get your money back on it. Or at least what you can get back on it. Alright, let's see. This is with the sleeves and this is without. Oh, I need to separate those groups. Oh, did I draw it on the wrong layer? I'm gonna be so mad at myself. I think I did. Oh, I did. Well, it's fine. We can fix it. No. Why did it flash like that? Okay, let's just cut it in like the worst convoluted way possible. Nope, it goes on. Okay, here's the... I see. There we go. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Alright, I am going to take a quick water and snack break. So the way I have it set up is that I have a toggle that's supposed to like make it look like my Vtuber model is paused. So I just go like this. So I will be right back. That's really cool. Thank you. That's like my way of trying to be like creative about it. Okay, let me actually move my VTuber model. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. I just went to grab some stuff. So let's return. I'm gonna sound so annoying while eating this. So, I grabbed some protein bars for energy. I don't know if my mic will pick it up. I'm actually cracking up because I've never eaten while my VTuber model tracking is on. Like, it looks surprisingly good for a Pixel VTuber. I can see the chewing. I know. I love it though. That means it was like I did a good job at the rigging. Forgive me if you hear me chewing. But I think I'm almost done with this first toggle. I was gonna have it so that each of these fingers would be separated into their own layers. But I think I'll just save that for another time. That's gonna be so much work, and I'd rather just have the actual toggle now. Because what's supposed to happen is I have this program called YaruPad that's supposed to show exactly what my inputs are, and it'll reflect in the rigging here. So if I'm like pushing this joystick, it's supposed to reflect exactly on the model, but that's a lot of work. I'm not going to do that right now. So I'll just finish this and use it as is. The shading is not going to be too detailed. I keep reiterating to myself, don't make it too detailed, don't make it too detailed. I feel like if I make things too detailed, it's like antithetical to the purpose of having a pixel VTuber model. So I'm trying to keep that principle as much as possible. But, I mean, you can still have it detailed and be a pixel art style. It's just I don't want to overdo it. Might have to go. I got stuff to do. It was lovely meeting you. 100% will come back around. No problem. Glad you could stop by today, though. So no pressure, real life. You want to come back a different stream. Oh, thank you so much for the 1 month subscription. I appreciate you, real life. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you, thank you. Alright, this is looking pretty slick. I like it. Am I overdoing it on these? Yeah. Leave it like that. Alright, I'm gonna take a munch out of this protein bar and let it reflect on my model. I know, so unprofessional of me to eat on a stream. Oh, this song is pretty. What game is this from? Does it say? It doesn't. Let me name this hands parts. Dang, this protein bar is delicious. I just have an empty layer. I don't even know what it does. Okay, get rid of that. Got a lot of cleaning up to do. I do want to make sure that in the future I can edit these layers easily so that I can separate them. How is it 12:34 already? I thought I started streaming at like 10. I guess it's almost been 2 hours. Okay. So, if they're layered properly, oh my god, can I not move groups? I don't think so. Can I select these and move them? Okay, nope. Huh, I didn't know that. Sprite doesn't move parts that are in groups. You can't move a group? Is that true? Okay, well then I can't test how good the separation is. Should be good though. So let's group these. Let's call them arm parts, so that way I can just draw another set of sleeves over it if I wanted to. Cool. And then let's call this group with the controller. Let's call it controller. Controller. Perfect. That's so crazy. So that I can't shift these upward to make it look more accurate because they're all in groups now. Say model flat 1, model flat 2, and then let's do background. And then I should probably lock these. And then I'll lock the rest of these so I don't accidentally change them. But I can hide them. Actually, I need to fix this. Yeah, this indicator light is wrong. Take that, cut it out, put it on the controller color. Shovel, no. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh my god, I was on mute. So I think how does a person hold a Switch? Let me check. Holding Nintendo Switch. Okay, this might be harder. So, okay. Let's name it Switch. So it's like oh my god. I'm already like overcomplicating it. Honestly, you know what? Maybe I got it. Maybe I got it. You know what? I think I might have got it. See, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. So, this needs to be more square to fit the shape of a Switch. So let's do like this. And then let's fix the shape right here. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that's actually pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. That's the best it's gonna get in this art style. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna eat another protein bar in the meantime. I mean, I have to sustain myself somehow. Let's hide all of these. So the arm should go like that. Kind of, sort of. It's gonna go straight down, I think. Yeah. Okay, I'm like trying to look at my own arms. It's not helping. Okay. That kind of worked. This might be a little too outward. Boom. Boom. Okay, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. Oh god. I don't know like how many chances I'll get to actually show off just the arms. Let's do arms, line art, hands, line art. Hands should go above arms, new layer. Just call it hands color. Under. There we go. Oh, I like this song. Take a bite again. eyes are done. Let's do the hands. Let me fix them real quick. No, I just remembered I have a toolbox that I can use for shortcuts, and I guess I didn't remember to use it. I don't know where it is, actually. And I know if I plug it in now, it's gonna crash everything. Because for some reason my USB ports, they like fail. Where is that reference? Whatever. Do. Should be like, yeah, I think that's better. I guess it doesn't matter too much because the switch is gonna go right here. So let's do that right now. New layer, call it switch line art. Let's change the curve. Put it like that. I gotta move the hands apart. Turn off symmetry. No. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that looks weird because of the arms, but I assure you that's correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, nice. Save that. So could adjust the hands a little more. Oh. Forgot to enable symmetry. Let's go like that. No. Okay, this is the part where I start getting angry. Ugh. Just keep it there. Let me take a bite again. I want to make it look like a Switch 2 or a Switch 1. Let's do, let's say Nintendo Switch 1. Say back. Let's make it look like one. So okay. And then let's take a transparent color. Should I write something dumb like swatch? Wipe. Swap. We'll see. I could just write my name. I guess that would work. Oh, let's make it like that. Nope. Let's make it black. No. Okay. I don't know. Oh shoot. Cancel. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna manually add. Actually, this should be white. Well, first let me adjust this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do this by hand. Oh, well, let's make it easier then. Like that. Da-da-da. Oh, shoot. Unfortunately, I can't just select this and outline it like that. Apparently that doesn't work. Oh my god, I'm like logged in doing this. This is so good for my attention span. Maybe they should add pixel art lettering to every school. Okay, let's make... Actually, that's pretty good. Holy crap. Let's fix this up. That works. Save that. That's pretty good. Did I like turn the logo around? Am I gonna get in trouble if I don't? Yeah. And then the back is like black, but I mean, we can mess around with that, I guess. God. Oh my god, I did draw that all on that one layer. Okay. These are bright on purpose. Okay, let's do some coloring of the hands. Let's do a new layer. Hands color. Let's color this in. I think by the end of this, I'm gonna feel so drained, but it's gonna be worth it. I've been wanting to do these toggles for a really long time. Oh, frick. its way. It's like, why am I coloring over the lines? I swear I selected the right layer. There we go. Super fast. Is that the right shade? It looks slightly different. Or maybe I'm just being deceived by my eyes. My eyes deceive me. Whoa, what happened here? Wait, what happened? Oh, frick. Oh, well, either way, I have to delete that. I'm just supposed to do the hands first. Wait a second, this is a Nintendo playlist. This is Undertale music? I mean, I guess it's not made by Nintendo, it's on Nintendo consoles. Okay, we don't question. I'm gonna have to do the palms on this one too. Okay, this is looking really rough. I'll clean it up. Oh my god, I'm wearing contacts right now and it's starting to hurt. If your eyes are like too fatigued and you leave them in for more than 8 hours, that's like a no-no. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't even know why I need to separate the hands or the arms. New layer, arms, color. Oh duh, it's because, well, I was gonna say it's because I am gonna need sleeves on top of it, like a sleeves toggle, but that still wouldn't necessitate separating them. But maybe I'll just do it in case. Gosh, my eyes. I love you can see how I'm suffering on my VTuber model. Ah, my contacts. My eyes are hurting so bad. I swear I had a crying toggle. Let me check my streamer bot actually. Should be. Yeah. Oh, why is the animation not working for that? I reset my counter. Oh my god. I pressed the wrong button. Gosh. Sometimes nothing works. Oh, I think I know why. It might be because of this. Oh, that works. Come on. Why isn't that working? Let's see here. Let's see here. First, what's the idle animation? Let's do this. And then let's add the expression. Should be good. I didn't realize it wasn't animated. All right, looking good. And then the switch is going to be a little weird. Yeah, the shape's a little off. Am I gonna get a copyright strike for playing this? I might. Actually, I don't think so. Plenty of people have added these to like YouTube videos and stuff. Actually, I might make this gray. Knock knock, it's Nintendo. We want our revenue. Yeah. Welcome, welcome, Litton Kitten Son. I know that's like my fear is that they're gonna nuke all my videos and stuff. And my VODs. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Just drawing some pixel art stuff for my model. I want to add some like extra toggles and stuff. How's your day been so far? Let's see. Okay, there's this random dot here that's bothering me. Looking pretty neat. I've been good. Nice, nice. Is it safe to assume, based off your username, that you're a fan of Pokemon, perhaps? Let's see if I can fix this part. Yippee, yes. Okay, awesome. Wonderful. I love to meet other Pokemon fans. As somebody who's been playing since, I think, well, I started playing in Gen 4, but I've made my way back. And then I've played the most recent games, so. Let's see, okay. I was gonna say, I haven't played Mario Galaxy or Pokemon Music yet. I wonder, maybe I can find a playlist or something. Pokemon Music actually would be perfect. Let's try that, actually. I started with Let's Go. Okay, cool. Started on a Switch game. I have a lot of friends that started with Sword and Shield, actually. No, I don't want that there. Let's fix that. Alright. Looks a little bit better. I'm trying not so hard to make this too detailed. It's just pixel art after all, so. Not a bad game to start with, to be honest. Yeah, I agree. I started on Diamond and Pearl because I got like a DS Lite for Christmas. So that was definitely a must-have at the time. Then worked my way back, starting with Red and Blue. Yeah, I like the Gen 4 and Gen 5 games the best probably, but Pokemon is Pokemon, so. Okay, actually, I need to erase this. I'm hoping one day I'll get to play some Pokemon Nuzlocke on stream. because I think I said it in a previous stream that I'm not very familiar with Nuzlocke and stuff. But I think it would be funny to attempt it on stream. I'm sure plenty of people would love to see me struggle through that. Thank you for the follow, Litten Kitten Son. Happy to have you here. I'm trying my best to be productive this stream. So I want to get as much art done as I can. I made some icons last stream. Let me see. I have this one. It's supposed to be like a little gashapon capsule type thing for a crane redeem that I have. I made some other ones. I made bananas. That was a fun one to draw. It actually turned out pretty good too. So that's the kind of thing I've been working on lately. Why is that so real though? Because I'm also drawing and I'm trying to be productive. It's hard, man. Like when I'm not streaming, I need like a good couple long form YouTube videos. I need some background noise, especially if I'm gonna like focus and lock in. Okay, let's get this part. But I feel like nowadays I'm not finding great things to watch while I'm trying to get stuff done. It's hard. I remember when I was younger, when I first started drawing digitally, I could just go for hours without any YouTube video or music. It is definitely not me now. If I attempted that right now, I'd quit within like 20 minutes of trying to draw. I'm brand new to digital drawing. Oh, that's so cool. What have you been drawing or practicing lately? Let's see if I can get this down. Honestly, this turned out way better than I thought. It's not perfect, but it's mine, so I drew it. Let's see if I can manage to stick to my rule of being not too detailed. This will go smoothly. I'm actually, like, believe it or not, decently new to pixel art itself. I've been like drawing digitally for a while, but pixel art is pretty new to me. I just created a challenge to draw the X-Men and post it while I learn the ins and outs of Procreate. Oh, nice. That's a good application to start with, actually. I love Procreate down. But that's a really cool challenge. feel like you can never go wrong with drawing characters that inspire you, especially like comic characters and anime characters and stuff. It's just fun. It's cool that you got yourself an iPad too. Oh, I love this song. See, now I'm getting nostalgic for Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Wait, that actually looks way more like a Switch now. Yeah, it was recommended to me that I get one and it was worth it. That's awesome. I have one too and it like changed my life. I know that sounds dramatic, but I genuinely drew more just by being able to reach for my iPad and pick it up anywhere I go. So it's a worthy investment for sure. Oh yeah, this is strung on the wrong layer. Haha. I've been drawing for a decent amount of time. I still make mistakes like drawing on the wrong layer by accident. It's just one of those things that you do as an artist. Alright. Trying to nail this shape. Change the size of this. Get that down. Oh. Let's take this. Put it there. Yeah, I'm happy that I did paper because I got one layer only. Exactly. Just gotta make do with the one. I've seen actually, if you're good enough at least, like artists that draw on one single layer digitally. So I guess it's possible to do it digitally. It's just really advanced. But I could not bring myself to do that even if I tried. I would actually go insane. I wish, yeah. I do wish. You know what? Maybe one day. If I get like godly level or something. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna probably draw another layer with the sleeves after this. I'm trying to separate so that I have one set of these arms with just the bare arms or like short sleeves, and then one with like sleeves that match my jacket here. So let's do a group and name it. Oh no. Let's do group. Trying to group these, but it's doing something weird here. Maybe I'll just make a group and drag them in. Yeah, that works. And then I'm gonna make this switch a little bit bigger. Okay, don't want to do that. Have you ever drawn anything Pokemon related? I used to take like old Pokemon books and copy the designs of the Pokemon characters as closely as I could. I remember that was my absolute favorite thing to do. Now I'm gonna leave the size like this. Switch arms, base. Let's do a jacket layer. Honestly, it's been a while. I drew on a card once and it looked good. That's cool. Oh, Galezapod card. Those are so fun though. You can make them look really cool and you can like paint them to make them look like full arts and stuff. I've seen people do that on Instagram and TikTok. I think I did that with a Poliwhirl card once. I'm gonna see if I can find it actually somewhere. Because now that I think about it, I don't know where I put it. But I love seeing people paint like an extended version of a card or something, or just like totally make it their own thing. Okay, I'm trying to match the design of this sleeve with the jacket here. Yeah, it is a Pokemon fans canon event for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's push this one in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, let me turn the symmetry on again. I think someday I want to like really design a binder or like paint on a TCG binder for Pokemon. I've seen people do that with like acrylic markers and stuff, and it looks so cool and so fun. That's something I definitely want to try out. I also used to get these like mini canvases from Walmart and try to draw like Pokemon scenes on those. But I want to like maybe fill up a Pokemon binder of just custom cards that I've like edited or painted or something like that. I think that would look pretty cool. Sounds pretty neat, honestly. I want to draw on wood, a lichen rock, to be honest. That would be fun. Wood is a great surface to draw and paint onto. And that's a really good Pokemon choice, too. I think my like most ideal like artwork to paint would probably be like a shiny Giratina or something. We love lichen rock here. Yes, we do. Do you have a favorite Pokemon by chance? I love asking people that question because every Pokemon is someone's favorite. Somewhere. Mine are Luxray and Gengar. Luxray is a little more niche, but I think Gengar is pretty common. I think my name says it all. Yeah, I love Alola. That's wonderful. I have a special appreciation for Sun and Moon. Okay, let me color pick this jacket right here. But I love the legendaries in that game, actually. I think they're kind of underrated. Solgaleo and Lunala. And I think my starter when I first got that game was Rowlet. I could not help myself. I love birds and bird Pokemon. My only wish from that generation was if they expanded more on the story, like with Ultra Sun and Moon, like similar how they did it in Black and White 2 for the original Black and White games. I wish they would have done more, but I thought the Ultra wormholes were really fun, so Mr. Jester, welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good night. I'm doing great so far. Glad to have you. Just working on some pixel art stuff today. I'm trying to make some toggles for my VTuber model, so I've made good progress so far. But yeah, I'm trying to have a productive art stream. Having a good day. Just got back from spending hundreds on Gundam kits from the store. You sound exactly like a friend that I have that's obsessed with collecting and building Gundam stuff. But glad you got a chance to treat yourself to Gundam kits. Gundams are so cool. I love them. I wish I could get more. I don't have a place for them though. My room is small. It's a lifestyle, I can imagine. Every person that I know that's gotten into like Gundams and collecting them and making them say the same exact thing. Once you get into it, you're not allowed to leave, yeah. I mean, how could you? They look so cool. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna color pick this. And then, yeah. Alright, that should be good. Lock that. It starts with small Gundam, then once you know your mouse pad and bed sheets even have Gundam pics on them, that's so funny. And start naming your pets after your Gundams, that's so... It really is a lifestyle, huh? Gundam bed sheets though, let me look that up, that actually sounds really neat. I love just the general aesthetics of Gundams, so... Oh, those are actually pretty cool. Do you have like an absolute favorite Gundam? I love Gundams thanks to it. I went to Japan. Wow. So Gundams are very influential in your life too, I guess. But they must have a crap ton of stuff there too, over in Japan. It's actually probably better than what we might have in the States, at least. Because I won my local Gundam kit building tournament, got invited to travel to GP and see the Bandai factory where they make it. Dang. And meet some big Gundam anime artists and voice actors. That is a opportunity of a lifetime. Holy crap. That's like life-changing experience. But to meet the voice actors and some artists and stuff, like that's... I would be nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Looking good, looking good. I'm gonna shade this probably a little bit more. They host Master Building World Champs once a year, and you can see many talented artists entering from around the world. They custom paint it and even do custom RGB lighting and stuff. Dang, I didn't know this was like a whole thing. It's like a whole world of extra stuff. My all-time favorite Gundam is Epion. Nice. Let me see what that looks like. Oh, that's a really glorious looking one. I don't know too much about Gundams, aside from what my friends tell me about them, but I really love the designs. But that is one beautiful Gundam. Let's see. Oh yeah, I forgot to paint the nails on these. I'm supposed to add red nails. Let's do that right now. Let's create a new layer and name it nails. Come on, where's my brush? Oh yeah, I put it on alpha lock. There we go. But I didn't know that there were events like that for Gundam related stuff. That must be like great considering there's like probably a huge community involved in it too. Okay. Let's see if I can color pick the nails right. There we go. Sometimes the color or stickers that come in the box doesn't tickle my niche, so I bust out my spray gun and brush and custom paint it. I love watching those videos of people who do that too. They're very satisfying to watch. Like people custom painting theirs. It's like an entire art form on its own. Alright, let's go like this. Gundam kit is an expensive hobby. Yeah, I can imagine. You must buy a lot of supplies for it too if you want to do all the extra stuff. They start from $20 for a kit to $5K for a kit depending on the rare and type. Wow, $5K? That's crazy. Do they have like bigger ones too, I'm assuming? But I guess 5K for me is not like crazy for a hobby. I spent way too much on art and PC parts and stuff like that, so I can see that happening, getting up to 5K. But for one kit, that is crazy. Yeah, the 5K, once the limited edition has pure gold plating, it's for flexing. They only made 100 of it ever. Dang. Yeah, limited edition stuff is probably gonna cost you a pretty penny for sure. But I can imagine Gundam fans would be happy to pay for that. Okay. Let's see. Let's make this brighter. I made pretty decent progress so far. Alright, I'm pretty much just perusing through this. But Gundam collecting has always been interesting to me. Especially like how passionate people are about Gundams. And like building kits especially. Like I've seen them in like manga stores and stuff or comic stores locally, and I've always wanted to try it. But like you said, it's definitely a rabbit hole. Once you're in, you're not coming out. I need to understand this. I've had this question in my mind for so long. How do the rankings for the boxes actually go? Like, what's the lowest to the highest? Yeah, I want to know about that too. Okay, I'm gonna edit this a little bit. Say switch. Say switch glow. No, switch shading. Okay, good. It does have blend modes on these. I don't need it to be anything different. Okay. Cool, cool. I'm thinking of outlining this part too. Let's try. They have a thing that says like a mastery, kind of like the age for toys. Oh, I think I've seen that before. But yeah, I'm not exactly sure what that means. Okay, let me shade this part really carefully. Oh, you know what? Let me make this a little darker. And a little bit darker from there. There we go. I think that makes it look like it has a little more depth to it. And let me add darker color here. Okay, wait, I want to read this. So, BB, the smallest kind, only 8 centimeters tall. Very easy to build. FG, first grade, about 12.5 centimeters. High grade, real grade, about 12.5 centimeters. Master grade, about 18 centimeters. Perfect grade, about 50 centimeters. Most artists build so many parts and details. Mega size, 38 centimeters, mostly for store. Dang. So you guys, we need to buy high grade or first grade boxes off kits because they're easy and small and decent price. Ah, I see. People like me who are very deep in buys. Perfect grade. Okay. Because it's so complex and details looks cool. Okay, that makes sense. Is there like a one-stop shop place to buy them that you would recommend? That's interesting though. Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Oh, that's a unique name. Auntie Wanty Sniff Your Panty. Love that. I feel like all this chatting actually made me go faster. Maybe I need to talk about Gundams more often. And Pokemon. Lucky for me, my city has an official Gundam base that imports and sells Gundam kits from Japan. Oh, that's convenient. Very cool. What drawing? I am just drawing toggles for my Vtuber model. So I have this drawing arm right here. I'm trying to make a controller one for when I game. So I'm making a set of arms where she's holding a Nintendo Switch for when I do Nintendo Switch streams in the future. Very wow, yes. Many wow. So I did this one already. And then I have another one where she's holding a controller. Let me actually group these together now. Say Nintendo Switch arm. Nintendo, if you're watching, please don't nuke me. It's not a switch, it's a swap. That's what I'm gonna call it. Okay. So that's the base. And then this is the other one I've already drawn. So yeah. If I had done this off stream, it would have taken me like weeks just to draw this. I would have had to do it on and off. All right. Let me just make sure everything's layered properly. Actually, these can be put together. Yeah. Then this should probably go in there too. Nice. I feel like many people get into Gundam because sometimes it's a very chill and relaxing moment. Put up some lo-fi music on and just sit back, start putting it all together. That makes sense. It's probably like an unwinding activity. Not for real though, I also locked in. Yeah, it's crazy, right? You could just like chat with other people and get productive. And after you're done, just sit there and admire it. Yeah, it must be nice to be able to display your finished product too. Alright, let's get rid of the layer on here. Oh my god. See, this is why I started streaming again. I get way more done. Plus, I like it when people watch my streams and work with me, so to speak. Oh, maybe I should do like just co-working streams. I guess this is kind of a co-working stream, so. I have all my built Gundams in a glass case in my living room, so whenever people come to visit, they know where they started into it. Ha! That's nice. Must like be nice to take pride in something that you've actually put blood, sweat, and tears into putting together. Because it's like one thing if you buy a figure that you really like and has a really nice craftsmanship, but I think it's way more rewarding probably to just display something you put together yourself. So I never thought about that aspect of Gundams. All right, let me turn the symmetry on. I'm gonna do a little outlining on this. I want to give it a little more depth. I think for me, like an equivalent of that would be like making prints and merch of art that I've made. I love doing that and like putting it on my bags or displaying prints in my room. Just like stuff I've made. And I've crafted things by hand before, like ceramics and pottery. That I just like to display and show off. But I think there's definitely like a rewarding element to it that's like appealing. and they look great. But I just looked up some pictures of more complex Gundam kits, and they're so cool. Probably couldn't attempt them, but they are fantastic looking. Alright, when I put these on my VTuber model, I'm gonna have to make them a little bigger, but I think I got the gist of it. The hardest part is out of the way. Fun fact, before the gate opens to the arena where all the best custom built and colored Gundams in a glass case for the World Champion Tournament, just walking past them when there are no one around is like a zen moment for me. That's cool. It must be so magical to just see them and experience them like that. Because like hundreds of kids from all over the world that has their builder's name and picture under the glasses, just like looking at other people's worlds. Yeah, like a museum or something, but like so personal, right? Of like everyone's hard work and passion into it. Man, that must be amazing to feel and experience in real life. Let's see if I can make these bigger. Oh, okay, I don't want to do that. I just found out that this software I'm using doesn't allow you to change or transform groups. So I gotta like transform each layer individually if I want to make them bigger. And I don't want to do that. Alright, let's see that one. I feel like I might have made this almost the perfect size. Some artists go beyond. They add like battle damage scars to their Gundam kits that matches their IRL scar they have, or got big surgeries. Just looking at them, I'm like, damn, yeah, that is like a whole other level of dedication. But it's cool that they make it like so personal to themselves too. I'm just gonna go through and clean it up a little bit, and then I think I might be done for the day. Alright, this is looking pretty good. I think the fact that I did this on stream is like, I think the quality turned out better than I thought. Wow, I like this a lot. I actually came up with the idea to put the username on here last minute. Last year's Gundam building event in my city, there were two Gundams really impressed me. One had a big scar on its chest to match the builder's scar from heart surgery, and one had a scar on the head that matched the kid who built it because he had brain cancer. Wow. I was like, shit, this hits way deeper than it should be. Yeah, that's insane. Sounds like a huge but great community too. That people feel comfortable making them so personal. I was just standing there looking at it for hours. Yeah. I can only imagine what that would have looked like or been like to see that in person. I want to add a little gradient to this right here. Let's do a little bit of dithering. And let me select it. Or maybe I don't need to. Let's make sure it's the right colors though. Oh no. Okay, maybe I don't need dithering. Okay, that kind of looks cool actually. If that kit could tell stories, I bet it would write a book about their builder. Yeah. I mean, just seeing the scars on them is like the story itself, you know? Okay. Let me square out this outline. I'm being so, like, precise about it. Whoa. What just happened? But I didn't know that there was so much of a huge community with Gundams. I mean, I see stuff online about them all the time, but I didn't know it was like that. I also didn't know they held like conventions and events either. At least ones that are like bigger ones. Alright, well, I might be done for today. Let me make sure to save this. Alright, let me make sure everything's all good to go. All right. I'm pretty happy with the progress we made today. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me. I was like shocked at the amount of work I got done. But I think we're probably gonna call it a day. I'm thinking about maybe raiding somebody. So let me do that actually. Thank you for having me. I'm also shocked. Isn't it great? Just artists helping out artists, keeping each other company. Creatives talking about their hobbies and the pursuits. It was a great time though. Thank you guys so much for coming. I'm trying to do like a 2-week type thing. Wednesdays and Saturdays for now. But I want to up it up a little bit. Hopefully I can do more in the future. All right. All right. I think if you would like to stay, we're going to try and raid somebody. And we'll close out the stream like that. All right. We're going to skip over to this person's stream. Basically say hello. But yeah, I hope you guys can join me for another stream in the future. All right. Let's go. Thank you. Thank you. See ya.
The raid! Welcome in! Vertikin! Welcome in, everyone! Hey, let me give you a shout out. Do I have to put an ad when I do shout outs? Oh no, I don't have to. Welcome in, everyone! I'm Toneru. You guys can call me Ryu, Toners, Tonel, Tontoneru, whatever amalgamation you guys can think of.